Sydal.
Yet another debut from two of Gateway Championship Wrestling's finest out of St. Louis, Missouri, the Show Me State, and we're going to be shown quite obviously here two of Gateway Championship Wrestling's finest, Matt Sydal and the rather odd Delirious.
Delirious shoots in there, Matt Sydal on top of him. Amateur style here to open this contest up. Waistlock, Delirious counters. Armbar, standing switch, reverse waistlock by Delirious. There's a pair of back elbows by Sydal. Float over, lateral press. Delirious rolls him through, and he's still hanging onto the head. And Delirious back around to the reverse waistlock.
Yeah, quite your opposite. Very early on in the matchup for a pin attempt. But Delirious, who knows Matt Sydal quite well, they have fought a number of times. I believe their 38th or 39th matchup together. So the familiarity level should be strong indeed.
Spinning toe hold, roll through.
What kind of variation on the Kiwi leg roll that we don't see too often these days?
And for good reason.
And the Kiwi leg roll is the move that made Abe Jacobs the legend that he is today.
My point exactly. Arm drag takeover. Delirious in a roll up. Sydal's got it. Almost into this matchup in a hurry. There's a boot to the face by Delirious. And the lovely Daizee Haze at ringside watching the action. There's a roll through. Springboard up and over. Sydal comes completely over the head of Delirious. Roll through by Delirious all the way around. A lot of quickness here in the offensive arsenal of both men.
Interestingly, on part of Delirious with a Daizee Haze at ringside, he has not paid actually one iota of attention on her. Very smart maneuvering.
Big time monkey flip from Matt Sydal.
And Daizee having a bit of chuckle at Delirious' expense, and a pie face on this poor little girl.
That was just uncalled for. Look at Sydal to the outside.
I guess Delirious must be part of the He-Man Woman Haters Club.
Well, that was just uncalled for. Talk about distasteful.
And I can't imagine anything distasteful happening on a pro wrestling television.
Never!
It's never happened before. This is the first, I think.
We are a beacon of morality.
Yeah, that's us.
Big back elbow there by Delirious. Hurricane Rana, beautiful counter by Matt Sydal.
And done almost with a snap-like motion. And Delirious seems to be at a wobbly street at the moment. And just hocked one on poor Daizee Haze.
There's the old-fashioned rake to the eyes by Delirious. Slingshot clothesline. Didn't hook a leg. And that'll cost you every time, arrogance like that.
You know what they say, if you don't hook a leg. Yes, you know.
Yes, I do. And a reverse chin lock.
Daizee Haze trying to get the crowd behind her man, Matt Sydal, here this evening. Your opening matchup here at NWA Wildside. As always, we thank you for joining us. Your nation's #1 pro wrestling alternative, seen literally all over the United States of America. We tape our show here in Cornelia, Georgia, 75 miles northeast of Atlanta. The first and the third Saturdays every month, and we'd love to have you join us. A baseball slide right into the face of Daizee Haze.
Oh, good grief. Sydal wiped out thanks to Delirious.
Boy, Delirious wiping out both Sydal and Daizee Haze in the same attempt. The number of Matt Sydal is achieved, I think, this evening here by the rather odd Delirious.
Oh, baseball slide grab kick right to the knee.
The one joint you always should go for on any professional wrestler. And keeping the pressure on the knee is precisely in the game plan of Matt Sydal.
Wait a minute, Delirious has him hooked down, boot to the midsection. And that's the maneuver he calls the in vitro fertilization.
Charming.
And that's a new one on me.
And gathering that Matt Sydal, who, knowing the man quite so well, Delirious so well, should have anticipated that, but somehow, obviously with all the damage that Sydal has experienced, somehow the thought patterns aren't quite as strong as they normally would be.
It's two locking horns in the corner. It is getting ugly. Mike Posey trying to get him to break.
And Mike Posey is the long arm of the law.
Beautiful standing moonsault there from Sydal.
Launching himself off the back of Delirious. Interesting launching pad. Hey, it worked.
Matt Sydal going to the top. Delirious up to his feet now, trying to thwart his game plan. Successful in his attempt.
The time it takes to get up to that top turnbuckle gives your opponent ample time to go to another game plan. And that's always bad news for the man up top.
The big knee in the corner by Delirious. And he's some sort of nerve hold.
Seemed like it was attempted at a chokehold, but Mike Posey was right there checking up on it.
Wait, Delirious actually has a foreign object in hand.
Out of the foreign objects, what Daizee Haze is trying to point out to referee Mike Posey. And Delirious he just got slapped from Daizee Haze.
Wait a minute, Daizee Haze going to the top. Hurricane Rana.
Quite an accomplishment for such a little tiny girl.
And Matt Sydal to the top. There's the Dragon Rana.
And Matt Sydal wins this one.